Make a date with Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei at 6 a.m. from Monday to Saturday on Graphic Online via Facebook and YouTube as he expounds on matters of faith. Graphic Online, truth and accuracy every day.
This is Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei of Living Streams International, bringing you matters of faith with Graphic Online. I'd like to capture my thought this morning with the words inside and outside. I'm still on the story of Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, the more I read about Lot, the more intrigued I get. And the reason being, the Bible says, first of all, he had daughters, and his daughters were married. So he had married daughters. But then the Bible said, these married daughters were virgins. Wait a minute. So they got married and nothing was happening between them and their husbands. They were virgins. That's what the Bible says. Interesting. So Lot offered his married virgins to the men of Sodom and Gomorrah. It's a bit funny, but that's the truth. It speaks a lot. And that means those men who were in Sodom and Gomorrah, they didn't prefer the natural use of women, they preferred the unnatural use of men. It was their choice. Anyway, let me move on to this thing. These two girls, come out with Lot, they escaped out of Sodom by the skin of their teeth. They lost everything, and they only had their father and probably a few things that they had their clothes upon them. And the Bible says these girls then sat down and said to themselves, we don't have a husband, so let us drag our father and rape him. So the two virgins who were married and widowed decided to rape their own father. And one gave birth to, the first one went in, raped his father, gave birth to Amnon. The second one went in, raped his father, gave birth to Moab. The two gave birth to Moab and Ammon. Now wait a minute. They had escaped from Sodom. They had come out of Sodom. But you know what? Sodom had not come out of them. They had escaped Sodom. They had moved out of Sodom, but they've not been able to move Sodom out of them. So they were girls, of course, no moral structures to guide them. And for them, the end justifies the means. And so they have left Sodom, but the practices of Sodom were still available at their fingertips, and they employed it. It shows you how sometimes somebody can escape from a town or escape from a village, but the village still lives inside the person because the person has not yet learned to remove the negatives of that particular environment out of the person. You know what? You can escape Sodom, but you need to make sure that Sodom is also out of you. You remove Sodom from the inside of you. You know what? So inside and outside will always be our choices. If you leave Sodom, let Sodom get out of you. And if you are entering the promised land, let Egypt get out of you. That's the bottom line. Well, like I said, choices are always yours. See you later.
For more news, please visit our website graphic.com.gh or follow us on Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube and Twitter at GraphicGH.
Subscribe now.